Hey guys, welcome back to Creative Shack. My name's Lisa and today we're going to do 4 different Halloween signs from the Dollar Tree. So let's get started with this circle sign. Now I love circle signs. I get them at Hobby Lobby or you can get them at Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree sells the 12 by 12 circle signs. Now this circle sign was already stained wax for me, but I wanted to paint it black. So I painted it black and now you can see is I'm giving it a really rough sand. And then after that, I am going on my Cricut and I found this really cute saying with these 3 adorable ghosts. 'Tis the season. I put that right on the bottom of the circle sign. I did hold it up to make sure it was evened out. And then after that, I actually took my measuring tape and I taped it to the circle sign just so it doesn't slide because I really want to make all these ghosts evened out. I found all these ghosts on my Cricut design space. So it told me to do 2 different colors, which is white vinyl for the background, and then they're going to give me the black vinyl for the outline of the ghost. Now, one of the ghosts is holding a football. I did the football in a brown color. The other ghost is holding a little coffee mug for some pumpkin spice. So I did a yellow coffee mug and then I did a jack-o'-lantern, which of course it is orange. So after that was all done, I pulled out some of my ribbon. Now I have tons and tons of ribbon. So some of these are from Dollar Tree, some of these are from Hobby Lobby, and I just decided to just cut a bunch of strips and stack them all together and make a really cute bow out of it, tie it off, and then we're going to cut it to size and then we're going to fan it out. Now I did make a really big bow. You don't have to make a bow if you don't want to, but I thought it needed a bow. So I glued that to the top of the circle sign. And then after that, I found this pick at Hobby Lobby. Now, I did get these picks last year for 90% off. They still have them this year. So all I did was bend it and then slid it right in the middle of the bow. And then all I did was grab some more of leaves from Hobby Lobby and glued them on. And look how stinking cute this is. I absolutely love this. I think this is one of my favorite ones for this season. Okay, for the second DIY, let's grab this crossing sign. So they come up with these crossing signs every single year, and every year they're different or the same or whatever. So I found this one at my local Dollar Tree. And then I decided to take this cauldron that I actually already had. Now you can get a cauldron like this pretty much anywhere, especially from Michael's. I think I got mine from Joann's a long time ago. But anyway, we're going to stick this sign right into this foam that I glued on the bottom of the cauldron. Now I did take some extra foam for stability of it because I didn't want it to fall or anything like that. And this cauldron is actually pretty heavy. It's pretty good weight to it. And then here comes the fun part. The fun part is let's put some moss in there. Let's fill it in with some really creepy stuff. So I did use some green moss and some reindeer moss to mix it in so it can be that creepiness. And then I took some of these little picks that I got from Dollar Tree, and I got this crow from Dollar Tree too, and I just stuck them in the foam of the base of it. I did grab these pumpkins from Dollar Tree. Now these sparkly pumpkins, I actually absolutely love these. They come in a big pack and I stacked them up. And then I glued that to the cauldron, and then I glued this really sparkly orange spider, and that was it for this one. This one actually is really cute. I actually decided to wrap some twine around the cauldron just to give it a little bit more texture. I think this is super cute. You could put it on your porch or you could put it in your entryway, and I love how this one turned out. Okay, for the third DIY, my mother gave me this circle sign. She put a black witch on it, and this is all she gave me. She's like, I don't know what to do with it. And she got this black witch off Cricut Design Space as well. And it's just been sitting there and I don't know what I was going to do with it. So today is the day. So I decided to take some of my chunky brushes and take some black, blue, and purple and just go nuts with this, like she's flying in the air, and that's what I'm trying to go for. So as you can see here, I'm putting some blue in there to make it a little bit more darker. Then I'm putting a little bit of bronze in there, and I absolutely loved how this actually came out. I did do some of the dry brushing around the circle sign just to give it that more darkness in there. And then of course it needs a big bow. So I actually grabbed some Hobby Lobby and Dollar Tree ribbon, and I'm doing the same bow. I'm not really good at bows, but I really like this one style of it. And of course I frayed it out, and then I glued it right on the top of the sign. Now I did take some Dollar Tree purple flowers just to give it some more of that witchy vibe. And then I put another purple flower, and then I grabbed this little hat from Dollar Tree. You get like 3 of them in a pack. And then I found these bats from Dollar Tree. They have a like skewer on them, and I just broke them off, and then of course you could still see the little wooden skewer, so I just touched it up with some permanent marker, and then all I did was glue these little wooden bats all over. I did 5 of them total. And then after that was done, now I have to actually make a little hanger so I can hang it on my front door. So all I did was use some nautical rope, and look how cool this turned out. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I did this. Actually, I think this came out amazing. I had got so many compliments with this sign, and I'm actually glad that I did it like I wanted it to be, like she's flying in the sky. Okay, for the last DIY, we are going to create 5 of these signs. Now I have 5 of them, all right, and you can get these signs at Dollar Tree. Now we're going to make some horror signs. So what I'm doing is, for this one is Michael Myers. So I did go on my Cricut machine, and I found this dripping blood, and I decided to put it on the top and right kind of like right after the pumpkin, and I did it with some red vinyl. Now after that, I decided to take the Michael Myers, and I found this one that I absolutely love, and I found this one on Etsy, so I had to purchase it, and I put it on the bottom of the sign. And then I had to put a saying that Michael Myers always says, "You can run, but you can't hide." Now I did the same thing for the other 2, which is It and Jason, and you will see that at the end. Now this one right here is a wooden color, and I wanted to paint it like Freddy Krueger. So we're going to do a red paint on this, a very dark red. And then I decided to do the black on top. Now it's just like I'm kind of freehanding this. I did some black on the side of it as well. And now I have to do Freddy Krueger's like stripes. So I taped them off just like stripes, and then I painted it a dark green. Now I did 2 coats of that. After that was dried, I pulled off the tape, and then I decided to give it a really rough sand. And you can do this if you want, but I really want it to look like it's very vintage. And I did the same thing. I put Freddy Krueger like on the bottom, but with black vinyl. And then I put a iconic saying that he always says in the movie. And this one says, "1, 2, Freddy is coming for you." Okay, for the next one, let's do Chucky. So we're gonna do like the same thing. I did like the same painting of the sign. The only thing that's different is the bottom. So I was trying to create like a dark blue that looks like Chucky's suspenders. So then I kind of did the same thing like I did with Freddy. And here you go, guys. This all came out so cool. So It, Michael Myers, and Jason are very similar. You have the blood, and then you have their iconic saying like, "It, you'll float too." And I did a little red on the bottom with a balloon and a button that represents a clown. And then you have Jason and Michael Myers. Jason says trick or treat, and it has the blood coming down. And then Michael Myers is very similar to Jason, and it's the same thing. You can run, but you can't hide. It's just different characters. And then I did Chucky and Freddy, and these actually came out really cool as well. Chucky, I did the blue on the bottom, and it does say, "Hi, I'm Chucky, wanna play?" And Freddy Krueger says, "1, 2, Freddy's coming for you," with the iconic stripes. And guys, if you love Halloween, give me that thumbs up. And if you didn't subscribe, you can always subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you next one. Bye guys, take care.